I'm Stuart and I'm in Norway, and this is my Norwegian escape away.
Let's go! Let's go!
I'm in beautiful Måløy. The weather might not be great, but the views are spectacular. We've arrived at one of the most beautiful little fjord towns in Norway, but is it actually worth visiting, or is it just a cruise ship stop? This is Måløy, a small town on Norway's wild west coast. Now, this isn't one of those places everyone talks about like Bergen. This is more of a proper coastal working town. Fishing boats, sea air, street art, war history, and weather that loves to hate umbrellas. So today, I'm going to see if Måløy is one of Norway's underrated travel gems. Well, as you can see, Måløy Cruise Port isn't overrun with ships. The cruises dock right in the town, and if you haven't booked an excursion on board, then there is the option to book an excursion locally at the kiosks right off the ship, with cheaper prices than on board as well. The trolley train you can see here is a great way of touring the town and is regular. The actual town is compact and easily accessible, with the train conveniently taking you to almost every corner, including the harbour restaurants. The church is one of the featured stops on the train route, and also just a short walk uphill from the end of the high street. It's the focal point of Måløy and is built in the Gothic Revival style. Situated on a hill and being very visitor friendly, it offers fabulous views of the town and the fjord that Måløy sits in. Definitely worth a visit. I'm currently walking down the high street of Måløy, and it doesn't matter where you go in the world, you can always get a kebab. Måløy High Street is flat and very easy for walking. It's lined with shops and cafes and offers a great place to sit and relax. The Mermaid restaurant, on the right here with the Norwegian flags, offers great seafood and is a recommended must dine. Well, the high street is very pretty, but unfortunately it's a national holiday today, so almost everything is closed. What are the odds? You know the town has a sense of humour when graffiti looks like this. There are over 20 murals on the buildings around Måløy. Initiated as an attempt to cover grey walls and put some life into the town, they were commissioned to show off the history of the fishing village and its marine history, as well as, strangely, the ultimate Elvis tribute contest held here annually.
You ain't nothing but a hound.
Elvis is on the building. Aha.
World War II. Welcome to the start of Winston Churchill's fight against Hitler, the resistance raid that shook the Nazis.
Well, one thing I didn't expect from Måløy was how much World War II history is packed into this small town. On the 27th of December 1941, Måløy was hit by Operation Archery, also known as the Måløy Raid. So before you go chasing beaches and lighthouses, pop into the Måløy Raid Centre, because towns like this are never just pretty, they usually carry a few scars as well. So let's head out of the town and along the fjord coast road to Måløy's famous weird rock. This is Kannesteinen, and I think Norway may have accidentally invented outdoor furniture. It's been shaped by waves over thousands of years, and now it looks like a mushroom, a whale tail, a goblet, or a table designed by a very dramatic Viking. Just down the road from Kannesteinen is Vagsberget, and this gives you another side of the coast. Before travel blogs, ferries and Google Maps, these trading places were lifelines. They were where people stopped, traded, sheltered and shared news. Basically, the old school version of service stations, but with more charm and way better views. There are 4 lighthouses in Måløy. This is Kråkenes Lighthouse, built in 1906. Not the biggest lighthouse of the day, but maybe one of the most exciting. It holds several wind records and lies on one of the most exposed places on the west coast of Norway. If you're brave, you can even stay in it overnight. You've got to love the Norwegians. Let's take a storm-battered lighthouse and rent it out to tourists. And so they did. Kannesteinen Lighthouse is 50 metres above the sea and has been warning sailors since 1914. It's a picturesque but rugged path up to it, so wear boots. The other two lighthouses on the list are Kråkenes, seen here from the air, and Skarholmen. Now, this is the bit that feels a little confusing, but in the best possible way. You're in Norway, surrounded by mountains and wild coast, and suddenly there's this huge white beach. It almost looks tropical until the wind reminds you that you're absolutely not in the Caribbean. Refviksanden is one of Norway's finest beaches, with soft white sand and open sea views. This is the beach where your eyes say holiday and your face says, "Why is the wind trying to kill me?" So, what did I think of Måløy? Well, firstly, the port is situated just a couple of minutes' walk from the high street, making it an easy option to explore once leaving the ship. If you do choose to book a trip at the port, you'll find the prices are much better than those on the ship, but there is a small risk that all the slots have already been taken by your fellow cruise passengers. Secondly, access to the town is superb. Cross the road and you're there right at the high street. Måløy is flat too, so if you have any mobility issues, you've got no problems at all. The overall feel to Måløy, and indeed the whole island of Vagsberget, which is where all these places are at, is very calming and laid back. It's quaint, picturesque, and offers a lot more than you think. It never feels crowded, and the locals are friendly too. Also, everywhere takes card payment, so you won't have to worry about changing money. Thirdly, there is a lot to do here. Whether you're visiting on a cruise ship or passing through on a self-drive tour, there's plenty of places to visit in and around Måløy. So, is Måløy just another cruise stop? Absolutely not. It's definitely much more than that. I really liked it, and I was pleasantly surprised despite the typical weather. Plenty to do, incredibly accessible, friendly, and a real treat for the eyes. Go there. You won't be disappointed.